Hey guys, it's Ryan back here again, and today we're reviewing Star Wars The Vintage Collection, and this is the Boba Fett and Prototype Armor, and he is the mail-away figure for 2011. So you can currently mail away for this figure with the redemption form, which you can find on any of the Vintage Collection figures with the sticker promoting him. You also need 5 UPCs from either the Vintage Collection, the Saga Legends line, or the Clone Wars line, and you also need a check for $5.99 if you're in the US, but if you're in Canada, I think it's supposed to be $7.99. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you can see all the details on the back of the redemption form. But it usually takes about a month and a half to 2 months to get your figure, or your figures. As you can see, I have 2 of them. But it really depends on how many figures that Hasbro has available. Sometimes they have shortages because they underestimate how many people are going to be actually mail-awaying for this figure. So luckily enough, I got this one fairly quickly since I mail-awayed back in, well, actually I sent away for it back in September, and now it's mid-November, so about 2 months or 2.5 months, so not really too long. So let's take a look at this figure's packaging here. As you can see, we do have the original Prototype Armor Boba Fett right there. Have the Empire Strikes Back logo up on the top, and there is the Kenner logo down the bottom of the packaging. On the back here, we do have some of the 2012 figures, which is, I think this is Vintage Collection Wave 11? Yeah, I think it's 11, but I have Kithaba, Dr. Evazan, Ayla Secura, and Nom Anor, as well as the 501st Clone Trooper. We have another picture of the Prototype Armor Boba Fett, and that was back in 1978. Got the Vintage Collection logo, says he's Vintage Collection number 61. And it says, this limited edition figure depicts the first costume ever produced for Boba Fett. The all-white armor reflects the character's initial concept as a super trooper before he evolved into the bounty hunter he is today. This prototype design was unveiled on June 28, 1978 in a screen test shot, and is being worn by the assistant film editor for The Empire Strikes Back. In the 20-minute screen test, the sound designer describes the mirrored weapons and the features on the armored uniform for George Lucas and the Star Wars crew. For the first time ever, we have created a special action figure to commemorate the birth of this favorite character from the Star Wars saga. So, that is the packaging there. Let's take a look at this figure out of the box, which he just looks really, really awesome. It's kind of like a Stormtrooper version of Boba Fett, which is just really unique and really awesome, actually. So, this is supporting the, what it was that? I think it's the Ultimate version of Boba Fett, or the Vintage version, which was released, I think, in 2004. So it's the one with the most articulation and the most detailing. Definitely one of the best Boba Fett figures that you can get out today, or one of the best figures that you can find today. So let's look at all the accessories that he comes with here. So he comes with 2 different blaster pistols. So this one right here, which kind of looks like a mini Uzi almost, has the stock sticking on the back. It's got some silver paint-ups right there. It has a lot of nice detailing onto that one. He also comes with this other one in his other hand here. This one also has another stock, which is a little bit different, and it does have some silver paint-ups on the barrel. It's got a little bit detailing onto it, but not really too much. So he comes with those 2 different blaster pistols. He also has this removable rangefinder, which you can adjust up on the top of his helmet. It has some silver and black paint apps, so that can be moved back and forth. And he also comes with this removable jetpack, or the rocket pack, whatever you want to call that. It has a lot of nice paint detailing onto it, so there's blue, black, and silver all over it. It just looks really fantastic looking. So it does have a peg hole on the back of it, and there is a peg hole on the back of his torso, so you just put the 2 and 2 together, and it attaches to the figure. So that is all the accessories that he comes with. Detailing wise, he's got a lot of it actually. So he's got the pouches down here on his thighs, which are really sculpted nicely. There is a holster right here, which you can put one of his blaster pistols in if you want to. Black on the belt. There is some pouches on his belt as well. He's got this little cape thing. I'm not 100% sure what that's supposed to be, but it is made out of fabric, which is really nice actually. And there is this little embroidered logo, which looks really cool as well. That's really nicely detailed. On his wrist here, he does have the flamethrower as well as the little grappling hook attachment. So there's silver, copper, and black painted right here, which adds a lot of nice detailing. Nice detailing on the chest plate. Got the little dents, or I think those are supposed to be dents, but they're on there. There's this little thing hanging down on the side of his shoulder. I think that's supposed to be the Wookiee pelt. Not 100% sure on that, but I think it's that's what that's supposed to be. There's some detailing on his other forearm armor right here. It has these hoses attaching to his upper arm. Got shoulder plates which have more denting onto it. The helmet itself has the red and blue triangles, and there's also the dent on the top of his helmet. So a lot of good detailing onto him. Articulation is a ball-jointed head, ball-hinged shoulders, ball-hinged elbows, swivel forearms, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball-hinged knees, and ball-hinged ankles. So he is fairly articulated. So that pretty much does it for the Boba Fett and prototype armor. Definitely one of the cooler mail-away figures, but you know, it just kind of get a little bit boring since 2 years in a row now it's been Boba Fett, and then we got another Boba Fett, so I hope they changed it around for next year in 2012. But you know, it's definitely really cool to get some unique versions of Boba Fett out there. So I definitely recommend you pick this up, and especially if you're a fan of Stormtroopers, because as you can see, he definitely looks like a Stormtrooper, of course. Anyways, that pretty much does it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.